Welcome or welcome back on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking. Your host. In the pictures are the Longines Heritage Classic, Tuxedo, Chronograph and freehand watch.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
And in case you're doing this for the first time, you have the chance to win one of the Bose noise cancelling headsets. Each month we're giving away one of them. Take your opportunity and win the Bose noise cancelling headsets. I promised you to show you the freehand watch after I already filmed the video with the chronograph last week. So meanwhile, as I explained in the other video, I was able to swap some watches with the Longines team here in Austria, and I got the freehand watch. There it is. Many of you have been asking me to make a video, and I'm lucky enough that they said, okay, keep the chrono and also take the freehand, and so I can show you both. And I think it's much nicer to have both in front of the camera than just the freehand watch. So quickly run you through again the chronograph. As shown last week, a 40mm case, 14mm of height and a lug-to-lug of 50mm. So now this is a 38.5mm case, so the freehand watch is 38.5. The height is only 12mm and the lug-to-lug distance is the same, it's 50mm. The big difference is, of course, the chronograph is a chronograph, features the possibility to stop time, to measure time, and but end of the day, it's the question: do you need a chronograph? Don't you need it? Maybe you remember me also saying that I am not very happy with the fact that they did a tachymeter scale. I would have preferred to see a pulsimeter scale. You know that little story when I was talking about the late 40s, dancing, tuxedo, having fun, and then a girl fainting probably in your arms, and you can take the chronograph and directly measure her pulse and say, darling, you are okay, you're okay, everything is fine. This is probably, I take away now the chronograph for a while. This is the more elegant of the two, since it is not a chronograph and can be worn really as a tuxedo watch. Beautifully executed dial, black painted, Arabic numerals, Super-LumiNova on the hands. So this watch does give you the possibility to read time when it is dark. The chronograph does not feature any Super-LumiNova on the dial. The freehand watch does. A small second, here it is. And yes, from the side, 12mm. What I very much like is that big crown. Look, it's a huge crown compared to the case. And honestly speaking, I really very much like watches that feature such a big crown. Those tiny little ones, you know, when you pull them out, and you have the impression, oh, did I break my watch now? No, it's nothing for me. I like those ones. They are huge. I just in another video of another brand started to go into some technical little details that you can always apply when you are getting a watch in your hands the first time. I told you that if you pull out the crown and if there is any shaking, or if you have the impression that once you pulled out the crown, that this is no longer stable, my personal recommendation, don't think about buying such a watch. That could be an issue of the manufacturer really trying to save some money, or having some technical issues, or not being able to solve those technical challenges by doing it better. Not at Longines. This is incredible. You really have a solid crown. You pull it out and it's perfectly, you know, it feels good. Yes, let me make the watch smile again to you. There we go. No date. Yes, very good. No date. We don't need any date. And no other indications than Longines on the dial. And of course, Swiss made. Yes, we agree. We can have Swiss made, but no Longines, no automatic, no heritage, blah, blah. Nothing. Very well. Cool. Look from the side. Polished. The Longines logo on the crown. Yes. If I turn it around, we have the Longines. Yeah, you see me, of course. Has to be the case because, yes, hello everybody. It's unavoidable. If you have such a case back, polished case back, you have the winged hourglass logo, here from Longines. Longines indicated the Longines Heritage Classic, some reference numbers, yes, and so on. That's what's written on the back. Let me show it from this side. Yes, nice. One of the nicest optical effects of these heritage tuxedo watches of Longines are, of course, those domed sapphire crystals. Look, I'm trying now by slowly turning the watch in front of the camera, holding it into the camera to show you this effect. When you look from the side, you are seeing it better and better now. You see it now, domed there. Yes. You can clearly see it domed. It's perfectly visible, and looking from the side makes it attractive, I would say, because it gives a pretty nice view on the dial that is pretty spectacular. And the same, of course, applies to the chronograph, of course, I can't miss this one. Look, whoop, yes. The same effect here. Nice. Gives an interesting look on the dial when you look from the sides. There is a little bit of a distortion here when you look from the side, but vintage. That's vintage look. Remembers me of the old, the old watches. Good old times. Yep, there you go. Nice, very nice. Also interesting for you if you are probably planning to exchange the leather strap because you say, no, it's not my cup of coffee, I don't like it for any reason. 19 millimeters, it's even written here 19 millimeters. So in between the lugs you have 19 millimeters. So, but it's a nice one. You see, Longines logo, very nice. Feels good, looks good, and fits perfectly on such a watch that takes the spirit of the late 1940s. I would even say no use or no intent. I would say there's no use to change it. It's nice. Look, you have the buckle, pin buckle with again the Longines logo, very nicely executed and very soft. Feels good, no doubt. The case, 3 bars, 30 meters waterproof. Of course, that's not a diver, that's not a watch you even go under the shower, you jump into the pool whatsoever. Once you do it, this bracelet, or probably this strap, I just wanted to say this strap is then no longer looking as good as it looks now. You would need a bracelet on the watch to be able to really use the watch in humid conditions. Not with that one, but 30 meters, then the movement that Longines has put in there is the L893.5 with a silicone hairspring. Bravo, well done. Silicone hairsprings is the new standard quality hallmark. Silicone hairspring gives you more accuracy, more stability, and is less affected by any magnetic fields that you might encounter with the watch. So even if you are running into a magnetic field or you have some magnets, beside the watch, and with the silicone hairspring, the accuracy will stay as it is. 25,200 semi-oscillations per hour or 3.5 Hertz, and 64 hours of power reserve. And this is really something I like. 64 hours power reserve. Well done, Longines. Like it. Okay, now let's compare. Let us look. These are the both beauties. So it's hard. You know, honestly speaking, when I see these watches and the way they're done, the quality you get, the price you have to pay, the freehand watch, this one, is sold for 1,920 euros, including 20% VAT or 19% VAT. They don't make a difference. So euros 1920. The chronograph, as it comes into the picture, I like this, left and right. The chronograph, as it comes into the picture, is sold for 2,880 euros. So, wow. You know what? If one asks me, which one to buy, Alexander? Is it the Tuxedo freehand watch? Or is it the Chrono Tuxedo? You know what? Both. I cannot. I really had both of those watches on my arm, and this is still pre-series. The movements are not ticking. There is a movement in there, but it's a pre-series. It's a series done for the Longines team here in Austria to show it to the retailers. So the movement is not ticking, but anyhow, that's not important. I can assure you, if once there is the silicone hairspring put in there, the watch will tick like a champion, will be accurate as a champion, will have no flaw, nothing. That's quality coming from ETA, from Swatch Group, that is always superb. So I cannot take any decision. It's impossible. I would buy both. I'd start with the chrono, yes, and later I'd add the freehand watch. They are both too beautiful to not possess them both. I know it's, you can't seduce me. Alexander, why are you doing this? I'm doing it because I'm convinced that you have to have both. I like them. And if, as I just mentioned, if someone now says, please, which one shall I choose? Both. That's my answer. 38.5 millimeters on my wrist. Yes, I have to get used to these kind of small watches. But at the end of the day, if it is really a watch you're wearing with a shirt, first of all, it's thin, it will go under your sleeve. So this watch will go under your sleeve. And it will look good, not bulky, nothing. In contrary, it will look gorgeous. Of course, quickly also, once again, the chronograph on my wrist. That's the more sporty version with my favorite indication. Longines put here a pulsometer scale. I want to have a pulsometer scale here. Pressing the button, checking the pulse of the lady I was dancing, partying with. She was fainting. Then you say, darling, everything's good, you're fine, let me kiss you. Oops, okay, joking. Very well. So thank you very much once again for watching a video coming from WatchAdvisor on YouTube. I'm happy to have you. And please, yes, use the comment section to say what you have to say, ask me what you want to ask me, and I'm more than happy to get in contact with you as quick as possible. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have fun with those watches. I can literally see us dancing, having fun, partying with the new Longines Heritage Classic Tuxedo watches. Bye-bye for now.